Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-March 2023 love reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call a bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is with the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Queen of Coins, Capricorn energy, the Three of Spades, Aries energy, and the Five of Coins, Taurus energy. So looking at these three cards here, I feel like this is saying that you guys are probably waiting for them to step their game up in the past, and you might have felt like that just wasn't happening, right? That maybe you felt like they weren't going to be able to put in their share toward the connection, and you might have actually just left the connection behind in the past. That's what I'm seeing with these three cards. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Ten of Swords. So to me, this says that they definitely probably picked up on the fact that it looks like you did leave the connection behind. Now, what stands out to me here is the way that the person's dressed. It almost looks like a soldier type of thing, right? So it could just be saying that they might have actually been away in the past fighting battles that maybe you just weren't aware of, right? So as far as an explanation for why they might not have been stepping up in the past, it might have been that they were fighting their own battles at the time. And given that it doesn't necessarily look like there was clear communication between you and them as far as what your expectations were, them seeing you kind of leave the connection behind might have them assuming that, okay, well, I guess Scorpios just not interested. So in their mind, it doesn't like they're necessarily happy, right? But could just be saying that they might assume that, okay, this is over. Or at least that was the energy in the past. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Prince of Cups. So this is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups in traditional tarot, and Pisces energy. So could just be saying that now, maybe as we're wrapping up Pisces season here, could just be saying that you might find your feelings for this person coming back up to the surface again, and this time you might actually be able to a little bit more open to actually coming forward and expressing your feelings toward this person, whereas in the past it looks like you were in a more passive role, hoping for them to step up. All right. Present energy on their side, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely a positive shift to go from the Ten of Swords to this, right? So yeah, like I said, it could just be one of those things where maybe they were dealing with something that you might not have had awareness of at the time, and now that they seem to be in a more stable place, maybe that's actually catching your attention, right? So maybe in the past you might have felt like you couldn't take them seriously, but now you're seeing this shift, and then that might actually have you more open to working toward the connection with them. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Prince of Staves. So this is actually a Sagittarius energy here. It's the equivalent of the Knight of Wands. So it could just be saying that in the future you might feel like you're still a little bit fighty, right? So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, it looks like in the past you were hoping to see them step up. They didn't necessarily do it to your liking. In the present, it looks like you're open to expressing yourself toward this person. Seeing this in the future, to me, especially given the body language pointed away from the cards on their side, could just be saying that in the future you might feel like you're ready to flee the connection, right? So it could just be one of those things where it's hard for the two of you to stay connecting in the long term, as far as just being on the same page at the same time. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Chariot. So yeah, like I said, it looks like a pretty steady progression as far as, like I said, it seems like in the past they probably were going through something that I feel like didn't directly involve you, but at the same time, I feel like there wasn't even an awareness on your part that they were going through something. Looks like they're past that now, and now it looks like they are trying to put effort toward building a connection. But like I said, it looks like you might be a little bit more skittish around the connection in the future. All right, and bottom of the deck on your side, we have Transformation. So this is actually the equivalent of the Death card in traditional tarot. And if we look at the names on the card, we have Pluto and Persephone. So yeah, this is this could just be pointing to the cycle that you guys might go through with this person, right? Where this could just be one of those classic on again, off again type connections. And I could definitely see that. I mean, for some of you, quite frankly, I wasn't necessarily seeing this soldier get up as like a literal thing, but maybe that's what it is for some of you, right? Where maybe this is someone who's away, maybe they're deployed, right? Or even if it's not directly related to military, maybe they're just pulled away for work or whatever the case may be, to where you're not often in the same physical space, right? So maybe when it's good, but then when they're away, you could just find like it's not working for you. So it could just be one of those things where the draw is really strong. So when you guys are in the same area, you feel that pull, but there could be a lot of on again, off again with the connection that you could be finding frustrating. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, maybe you were expecting more from them. Like I said in the past, looks like they just weren't really able to give more. Looks like now they are willing to ramp things up. Like I said, for you, it looks like you're maybe a little bit more on the fence, or at least you will be in the future. So, hope that resonated. All right, and next we'll take a look at the Oracle cards. First, see what we get from our Moonlight deck here. And I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. So, let's see what comes up. Oh, got one there. Okay, next we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, and I got one there. So first we'll see what we got on your side. Okay, we have Ghost. Oh. There we go. It says I won't stay for long. I'm sorry. See, interesting there, because I would definitely say, obviously, for those of you who follow tarot, the Prince of Staves energy would be likely to get that type of reputation as kind of the type 2 ghost. But yeah, like I said, it just seems like an on again, off again dynamic that you guys seem to have. So in that regard, it doesn't necessarily surprise me that you might feel like you would be prone to flee after a bit. So yeah, definitely an interesting dynamic between the two of you. And then on their side, we have Freedom. Okay, it says, I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests. Interesting message there. On the one hand, I see that as something that's probably more likely that was the case for them in the past. But seeing this in a way almost makes me feel like maybe you guys really are. I mean, to me, this looks like a really frustrating dynamic, but really this kind of, in an odd way, just seems to work for you guys sometimes, right? Where, like I said, it seems like, for example, in the present, things might be going well between the two of you, but it looks like you might both have your tendencies in different ways to just leave situations behind, right? So, oddly enough, this might be one of those things that kind of works, but I don't know. Hope that resonates with you guys, and then lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And here I'm just looking for a single card with the general advice to wrap the reading up with. I mean, I still feel like looks like in the present and into the future, they will be more consistent and willing to put in more effort. But I mean, given that Oracle card that came out there, like I said, at a minimum, maybe in the past it was saying that they just might have too many things going on to put in the effort. So again, at the very least, you guys just might have difficulty being on the same page at the same time. All right, so no cards are coming up, so what I'll do is I'll just put the deck down for a second. Just give me a few seconds to tune in, and we'll pull a card. Okay, we'll take this one here. We'll get this out of the way. All right, so we have Loyal Heart. There's the artwork, and the number is 35. Okay, the relationship message says your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. So yeah, interesting message to come up there, right? Because like we said, it definitely seems to be a interesting dynamic between the two of you. I will say, with the looks of this, it doesn't look like there is anyone else in the picture for this person. Like I said, it looks like they were just going through something in the past, fighting some kind of battles there. Like I said, it looks like they will be putting in that consistent effort. Yeah, like I said, it just looks like you guys might, in your own separate ways, have a tendency to pull yourselves away from the connection from time to time. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.